highlights and best moments of 2024. It is hard to believe that another year is already coming to an end. Welcome to our channel. I am Cass and I picked some of the more memorable moments and videos of 2024. So let's dive in. Here we are in Southern Alberta in the search of some ghost towns, and let me tell you, we found some, as you can see. It was a very hot day as well. 40 degrees. It can also get minuses in the winter, land of the extreme. Please don't forget to like, comment, share. Much appreciated, it helps our channel. Here we just have a little bit of snapshots from a couple cars and some motorcycles. We went to the show and shines, motorcycle shows, car shows, and it's a little hard to pick what is best or not. So here are just a little bit of highlights again, which stood out when I did the review here at the year end. Hope you enjoy that. By the way, we're also on Patreon where you can support us, and we have a lot of detailed, or most of the times we have very detailed description with history, about the place, about a certain item. So look us up, check us out there. You can join for free. If you like what you see, you can also become a paid member. It's probably less than a coffee these days for a month. Much appreciated. How about that as a steering wheel? This was, by the way, in town of Okotoks. That's the yearly or the annually car show and shine. So let's go racing, boys. And who remembers the cartoon Coyote? Over here we are in Southern Alberta once more, and to be more specific, in the town of Etzikom, and checked out the old historical windmill center. With all these videos we released in 2024, it's not easy to come up with a best of 2024, and I encourage you, perhaps check us out on our channel, check out our videos, and let me know. Maybe you have a complete different favor and you get back to me and go, hey Cass, why didn't you cover this? I think this is much better. But anyways, let me know in the comments. Here we are in the Provincial Park of Alberta, riding on stone. That's in Southern Alberta, Canada, and it's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And we checked out some of the rock carving from the native population going back some time. So let's have a quick peek at them. Now, if you ever plan to stay here, it's actually a campground as well. Probably very busy in the summer, so you need to book ahead. And you also need I believe a park pass. Here you see some of the carvings. I made some white arrows to point it out, as sometimes it's not that easy to see, but I'll show you here just a couple of them. It was actually a guided tour, and the tour guide was quite knowledgeable. Here we debated what the circle really meant. As I said, some of them are pretty hard to see, so I'll help you out with a little bit of an arrow here. That's part 3, so that tells you there's part 1, 2, and then 3. Some highlights as well from the gas plant in Turner Valley. I think now the town is called Diamond Valley, as they merged with Black Diamond. So that goes back over 100 years, 120 years, with the startup of oil and gas. So it's very, very interesting. I put a lot of information in there as well, so maybe check out the video. Here is some recording of some of the machines. That's before the computer days, way before. But you know what? Everything still worked. So there is a guided tour available, and as I said, if you have any questions for what you see here or some of the other videos, maybe you find some answers on Patreon, but you're also more than welcome to just send a comment, ask questions, and I gladly provide you with some information or some extras, especially if you perhaps plan to visit some of these places as well. We are in Calgary here, attending the yearly motorcycle show and giving you a couple snapshots here. Not sure which is your favorite bike. As I said, I just have a few here, but again, there's a part 1 and a part 2 where you can find all different kinds of vehicles, or motorcycles I should say. Check out, for instance, this one here with an actual chainsaw holder. You can take your chainsaw on your bike trip, just to be prepared. Some off-road bikes. These ones here are admired for some of the graphics and the artwork. If you look at this one here, not bad, hey? Now, I don't know what your favorite style of motorbike is, but I've always had a soft spot for these kind of bikes here, the dual purpose bikes, and to be honest, this was probably my favorite of the show. And on we move to the original horsepower. That event took place in Millarville, Alberta. That's about southwest of Calgary. It was a very cold winter day, minus 17 Celsius during the day, and ski touring. And let's have a quick look here. You can see how I'm bundled up. Here they do some jumps. I made a circle so you kind of see what I'm looking at. There you go. There was a jump there, and we just have another one coming up. Actually, it's 2 of them. Oh, one wiped out, but it was a pretty chilly day. Now then, here is the pole on the couch or sofa. Now, would you be brave enough to take a ride on that? Well, let's see how this works out. And here they come. It's actually a fun event, I can't lie. It was pretty fun to watch. And another one. Here we go. So let's move on. You know, besides having fun and visiting places and all that kind of stuff, there are some chores that need to be done in between as well. Now, this is one of getting the deck done here, just giving you a little bit how it looks before and after. It was a fair amount of work, but I'm very happy how this turned out. And once that was completed, well, then we could return to the fun part again as well. If you check us out, we have a couple of these videos. See how this looks? It's like day and night. But you know, how-to videos as well, how to make bread, how to redo a deck, I don't know, making tent pegs, doing some small car repairs, tire chains, and the list goes on. Here we are in late May, early June, and it was cold, let me just put it this way, and very, very windy. And the area we are at is the Waterton National Park. That's again in Southern Alberta, there on the hill. I think you've seen it. It's here again a bit, the Prince of Wales Hotel. But anyways, the park is right at the border between Canada, or some parties in Canada and some parties in the US. Let's just get this straight. Just a little bit of the scenery, what you can expect. And boy oh boy, was it ever windy on top of here. I'm sure there were 80, 90 kilometer gusts of wind up here. It was just brutal. But it is nice. I can recommend to go down here, especially if you're local or even if you're international. This was a trip down to Wyoming in Cody, and we checked out a lot of stuff in Cody there, and one of the events we went to is the nightly rodeo, and Cody is the rodeo capital of the world. Now we also checked out the old trail town. Buildings from different areas in the western US have been brought here to kind of recreate a town and show how this may looked. It's Main Street here with the wagon and just the dirt road. It's rich of history as well. For example, the hole-in-the-wall cabin with names such as Bush Cassidy and Sundance Kid. If you are familiar with American history, then these names probably pop right up. While we were in Cody, we also spent a couple days. Cody was our home base for trips to the Yellowstone National Park. Again, we have 2 videos on our channel about that. So here are just a couple highlights to give you a little bit of an appetizer. And it was absolutely wonderful. We could have spent more time there. We had 2 days. When I say 2 days, we probably had 2 14-hour days, so about 28 hours. And we could have probably easily used another day for the upper and lower loop to check this out. Very nice, highly recommended. But be aware, it's very, very busy in the summertime. Stunning, isn't it? Look at some of these colors. This was an event in Calgary. I think it was the national in Spruce Meadows, Calgary, Alberta. They have several horse jumping events. It's in an international venue, but they also have other things to offer like Pet Fest, light up or seasonal lights, 1st of July celebrations, and the list goes on. I just mentioned a couple that just came to mind here. This is more into central Alberta. As you can see, we go a little further and then we are a bit closer again. And it's the Innisfail Wildlife Park. So if you're in the area and want to drop by, it's something else again I could certainly recommend. This is just very recently here. I think that was in November, late November, and it's the annual Light Up Okotoks to get ready and get into the seasonal spirit. And it was fairly cold, I guess. It was minus 10-ish, 15, something like that. So cold, but not horribly cold for what we know. Now coming up here very soon, coverage from our road trip all the way up to Alaska and northern Canada. So there's a whole series of video coming out. I'm guesstimating right now about 16, 17. I'm still in the process for editing. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that if that's something that interests you. And again, it's probably coming up here, the first of the series in February. But anyways, everybody, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for being with us, watching our videos. We couldn't do it without you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and a prosperous 2025. Thank you very much and see you around.